There are times in life when everything you believed would hold begins to fall apart. The things that used to bring comfort feel distant. The plans you held onto crumble. And the version of yourself you once recognized starts to fade. Dark times are not always dramatic from the outside. Often, they unfold quietly. A slow dimming of light. A growing sense of weight. A question that whispers, will I find my way through this? I've walked through seasons like this. Perhaps you have, too. And in those times, there was one philosophy that helped me keep going. One simple way of seeing the world. That gave me enough light to take one more step. The philosophy is this: you do not have to control life. You only need to meet it, as it is. Again and again. That's all. There is wisdom in letting go of the need to manage, predict, and perfect every moment. There is peace in learning to respond, rather than resist. When you stop fighting the darkness, you create space for the first flickers of light to return. You do not have to feel strong to continue. You only need to show up. The next breath. The next choice. The next moment. Suffering grows when we cling to how things should be. Freedom begins when we meet life as it is. You are not failing because you feel lost. You are human. Darkness is not a sign of weakness. It is a place of becoming. There is no need to rush your way out of it. There is no timeline for healing. You do not need to explain your pain to be worthy of compassion, especially your own. You are allowed to be where you are. You are allowed to take the time you need. You are allowed to carry uncertainty. And in meeting life as it is, something softens. You realize that even in the darkest times, you are still breathing. Still here. Still becoming. Not all growth looks like forward motion. Some growth looks like surviving. Like holding on when everything feels unsteady. Like waking up when you'd rather hide away. Like choosing to trust that life still holds more for you. Even when you can't yet see it. There is a rhythm to all things. Even to the seasons of darkness. What you feel today will not last forever. You do not have to force yourself to be okay. You do not have to perform hope. You only need to be honest with where you are. And in that honesty, healing begins. There is no shame in carrying wounds. There is no shame in feeling tired. You do not have to be endlessly resilient. You only need to be real. And life will meet you there. The philosophy that helped me, again and again, is the choice to stop resisting what is. To let go of the impossible task of controlling life. And instead, to meet it, moment by moment. The mind craves certainty. The heart craves connection. But life rarely gives us certainty. What it offers instead is presence. The chance to meet each moment fully. To listen. To breathe. To feel what is here. And in that meeting, you begin to remember, you are still alive. You are still capable of healing. You are still allowed to hope. Even if the hope is small. Even if the hope is fragile. There is strength in soft hope. There is courage in quiet endurance. You do not have to prove your worth through perfect coping. You do not have to become a version of yourself that never breaks. You are worthy even in the breaking. Even in the darkness. Even in the unknowing. And when you meet life as it is, without forcing, without resistance, you open space for change to begin. Not by force. But by presence. You are not your circumstances. You are not your mistakes. You are not your pain. You are the one who carries them. And you are allowed to carry them with compassion. You are allowed to set them down when you can. You are allowed to walk forward imperfectly. When the darkness feels heavy, remember this: you do not have to fix everything at once. You do not have to become someone new overnight. You only need to meet this moment. And then the next. You do not have to rush toward the light. Sometimes the deepest healing happens in stillness. In patience. In allowing yourself to be exactly where you are. The world teaches us to escape discomfort. To numb. To distract. To bypass. But wisdom teaches us to turn toward it. To meet it. To befriend even the dark places within. You do not have to understand everything right now. You do not have to make sense of your journey all at once. It is enough to be present to this step. And trust that clarity will come in its own time. You are not alone in this. Many have walked through their own darkness. Many are walking through it now. You are not failing. You are growing in ways you cannot yet see. One breath at a time. One choice at a time. There is no shame in struggling. There is humanity in it. There is wisdom in it. And there is life beyond it. The philosophy that helped me, and still helps me, is simple: meet life as it is. Release what you cannot control. Choose presence over resistance. Choose honesty over perfection. Choose compassion over judgment. And in doing so, you give yourself the space to heal, to grow, to rediscover your own strength. Dark times do not define you. How you meet them does. And even when you cannot see the way forward, you are still becoming. You are still worthy of light. And in time, the light will return. Not because you forced it, but because you allowed space for it. If these words have met you where you are, hold them close. And if someone you love is walking through their own dark season, perhaps share this with them. Sometimes, knowing we are not alone is enough to carry us through one more day. And that is enough.